big though, because so much changed from start of 22 now, just so you know.
Mr. Hill.
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, tell us about what's been happening in Columbus, Georgia since the pandemic started.
Well, I guess just as a reminder of our last time conversating, I guess, we were probably in the midst of, I guess at that point you would call it no man's land, because we were trying to all figure out where we were going to be and what was actually happening. And I think it was quite a bit of, I would probably say, a lot of fear at that time. Fear of the unknown, fear of how long is this going to take place, that kind of thing. I'm Cedric Hill. I'm funeral director with Hill Watson Peoples Funeral Service in Columbus, Georgia.
I'm Ashley Hill. I'm an assistant professor of epidemiology at the University of Pittsburgh.
My name is Ruby Flowers Amy, but I go by Miss Ruby. And I am a licensed counselor in Tyrone, Georgia, which is in Fayette County. During the pandemic, because I went virtual and I didn't keep such a heavy caseload of young kids when I went virtual, I actually saw people virtual from the age of, I think, 7 all the way to 83.
Basically, my theory is that what we knew as normal won't ever be that way again. So what I suggest that we do is kind of sort of look for adjustments. But I think that's probably been the key thing, is that we've gotten weary over the time, just being restricted from what we were familiar with. So I think it's important that we come to terms with some new familiarities.
Yeah, it's difficult because we're more used to being face to face, and you're talking to your students and you're touching them on the arm, and they're sitting in your office, and so we don't have that. We didn't have that anymore. So I think there was a lot of that nurturing, caring piece that we have here that you see at HBCUs that was lost because we're now online, and then you're online and you've got a student without a camera on, so we didn't get to know our students the way we usually did.
I'm a sophomore philosophy major. I'm from New York. Shout out to you and your documentary. I wish you all the best.
Thank you. That was beautiful.
No problem. You know
How
that.
you doing? My name is Tristan Williams. I am a freshman business administration major from Houston, Texas. And
Come on, Texas!
Yes, ma'am. And I'm the president of the best house on campus, Du Bois House.
My apologies on Tristan's behalf. The best house on campus is LLC. I just want to apologize on his behalf.
I had peace of mind knowing what they were doing. I had peace of mind coming to their locations and their offices and thinking through how we needed to work these protocols, making sure that I, spoke to their staff, talked to them about the importance of masking and sanitizing and vaccinating when we had the opportunity to. And so all of that was really helpful for me and gave me peace of mind, so that when I did go back to Pittsburgh, I felt like they had a sense of confidence about how they were going to approach their day-to-day activities. And I had a sense of, confidence about them feeling good about enforcing those things with their customers as well. So that was really nice.
We were well trained and obedient.
Yeah, and I mean, it took us, the year and some change to get there.
We have one unit that's for older individuals that really don't have any other housing options. Because I work in a forensic hospital, it's less likely that they're able to qualify even for like nursing facilities, like nursing homes. So they end up this is kind of like their last area in which they live before they pass away. So Unfortunately, COVID really impacted that unit, and I just remember every morning report, it was like either an individual from that unit was being rushed to the hospital because they had shortness of breath, developed pneumonia, had like a terrible cough, high fever. And then, so that was starting to happen in the early stages, I'd say like March, April and May, and then the deaths started coming in.
The pandemic hit Black businesses harder than it did other businesses in other communities. There's data to back that up, but it especially impacted the way that Black Girl Buying works with Black businesses. In addition to reshaping the narrative around buying Black and removing the stigma, Black Girl Buying works directly with growing Black businesses and focuses especially on the practical and mental shifts from side hustler to CEO.
Interestingly enough, my family reunion was supposed to be in 2020, one of my family reunions. So we obviously didn't do that, and then we pushed it back 2 years and still didn't do it. But now we had a family reunion online. And what that actually led to us meeting more regularly online. And so instead of saying, because our family reunion would be every 2 years, so now instead of every 2 years, it's like every other month, we just schedule a time where everybody hops on Zoom and we kind of just chit chat and give updates and what are the kids doing and what are people accomplishing and what's going on. And so that's, there's some pluses that you have to find in all the negative stuff.
That was a plus.
Yeah.
Listen, that's that Black joy we were looking for.
That Black joy.
Okay. All right. Hi, my name is Dr. Pinson. I would like to dedicate this documentary to all the individuals at St. Elizabeth's Hospital in which were impacted by COVID and unfortunately passed away during that time frame. It was a joy being able to work with you. I learned so much in that environment. I learned so much about you all. So I just want to dedicate that. I also want to dedicate this documentary to my papa, Mr. Herman Johnson, who passed away also in 2020 as well. And so I love you always, and I know you're watching over all of us.